had to get in the ring.
Yeah. So tell me about that. What made you sign up?
Well, I think I've always loved boxing. Like even growing up, I used to always watch boxing. You know, Friday night fights and watching it on ESPN. Then even just like me and my brother, like we would have gloves and like we would just when we get mad. Well, not even when we get mad. Like just to play around. Like we'll just box. You know.
Yeah.
So I didn't really know the technique and all that, but like I enjoyed it a little bit just because like I love the feeling of like hitting somebody sometimes. Like you know what I'm saying?
And you're a good athlete. I mean,
Right.
What was your basketball? Right?
Yeah, I play a lot of basketball.
Yeah. Man, the other night at Painted Doug, you were just
Yeah.
knocking down those freaking threes, man. NBA threes. You're like, no way.
Yeah, I'm Steph Curry, man. Nah, but yeah. So I always enjoyed boxing, and then you know once I heard about this opportunity, or once she was like, "Hey, man, you should get in the ring," I was like, "Man, I've never been the kind of back away from a challenge." So I was like, "All right, I'll do it." You know, and I was kind of nervous at first, but yeah, I got in there. Yeah.
Yeah. So, 2016. Let's see. We were at the Westin.
Yeah. Yep.
You were matched up against a South African dude, and
Yeah.
we're in Friendly Humans sound studio right now.
Right.
Matt Lindenberg's over at Friendly Human. Y'all have hung out a few times.
Yeah.
Fight night the other night together.
Yeah.
Tell me what it was like. First time fighting, going through this experience. Our programming wasn't nearly as robust yet, so we didn't have as many training opportunities. It was basically like, getting together a handful of guys to go beat on each other on the weekends, that kind of thing. What was it like going through all of that? What emotions were going through your head? What thoughts?
Yeah, it's interesting. Like I know I'm a very anxious person, so like as the days or the weeks led up to it, I did get kind of nervous. Not like I gotta back out of this like type of thing, but it was just like, man, what will happen type of thing. But you know, I will say like I started training. I didn't do enough training, but I started training and yeah, I mean, like I remember we had a sparring session one time that I got punched in the nose pretty hard.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But yeah, the whole training process, it was fun preparing for it because I felt like, you know, I started to feel like I was a fighter. Like even though I know, I mean, this is a one-time thing, or maybe not, but I just got into that rhythm. Like I was running every day, jogging at least a mile or two, you know, just trying to get physically fit, eating the right things, like that type of thing. But I realized after the fight that like I need to train way harder than what I was doing. And I mean, I feel like that's how things go sometimes. You gotta kind of like, you don't really know something until you know it, you know, like, so I had to like jump in the fire and see what it is. And like, now I know if I fight again, like I would have to train times 10 what I did before. But yeah, the whole leading up to it was intense experience. Yeah.
There's no better teacher than experience.
Right.
I mean, here's this trial. What are you gonna do with it?
Right.
You learn. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what I do differently. Here's what I do well. Continue forward.
Exactly.
So what was? Doesn't have to be the biggest takeaway, but what was a takeaway from that training and competing experience? What's one thing you learned?
It's just I think it's not really learning something, but it was more of like a reassurance, you know, because like I grew up playing basketball, so I always like practice, and like I understood the importance of practice, and this was kind of like training is kind of like practice in a different form, like at least for a boxing event. So I just you know, I just saw the importance of that practice, you know, time period. You know, it's like how you got like, you have to go in, you have to be intense with it, you know, to really to see results. So yeah, it was more of a reassurance that like I need to go harder, you know, like I gotta go hard if I practice for anything, you know.
Double down on what it is you're doing.
Yeah.
You're when you focus in on something, I've seen it. And
Yeah.
Like Georgia followers.
Yeah.
It excels. I mean, So, you know, doubling down, going 100% all in on what you know you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I think it's a really important thing for people to learn in general.
And also too, I would say like the consistency like of that practice, like just going at it every single day. that's what builds like champions to me. You know, it's just like no matter what, like I got to get up and do this. And yeah, I think that was the biggest takeaway, just like the practice aspect.
How do you apply that mentality to what you do at Georgia Followers or DMV Followers?
Yeah, so I mean, again, it's like consistency. Like I think that is what allowed me to get to the point that I am today. It was just like I understood, just like in basketball. Like I go to the gym every day. I went to the gym yesterday to shoot around. Like I just practice on my shot, you know, and I shot a million. And I'm almost like addicted to practicing, you know, when it comes to that aspect. But and I found that same level of addiction within the business, like seeing the account grow and like seeing the numbers and, you know, seeing more retweets, more likes. Like I got heavily, I'm still kind of like into that stuff. But yeah, I think that that's how they apply on both sides. It's just like the level of consistency in the business, you know, like just doing the same thing that works. You find what works and then you know, spearhead that every day.
That consistency is one thing I respect.
Yeah.
Probably the most.
Yeah.
What you do with Georgia Followers every day.
Yeah, every day.
The news is coming out. You can count on this outlet to give you stuff that matters.
Right,
to you.
right.
So that's really important, and applying that same mentality to other things, whether it's basketball, whether it's boxing, whether it's a side project or a hobby that you want to turn into a passion or a business. Just getting those reps, and that time input.
Yeah,
there's no substitute for it.
Yeah, once you do that, like once you start learning what it takes, like then you can apply that to anything really. So it's like, yeah, like if I wanted to learn an instrument, like I know I put 10,000 hours in practicing shooting a basketball, probably gonna have to, you know, put 10,000 hours into playing an instrument to be just as good as I am at playing basketball as playing a trumpet. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean it's just consistency and. Yeah.
And consistency is easier on some days